So, now that all of that is taken care of and out of the way, the first thing that I would like to show you guys or take a look at in today's episode is this guy. So between episodes, Ingrown Leak, one of our Twitch subscribers and also one of the Patreons of the channel, did send me a message being like, hey, could you build an Ender mailbox? Because in the newer versions of, I think it's Random Things. Let me have a look here. Ender letter. Yeah, in the new version of Random Things, the Ender letter requires an Ender mailbox in order for you to be able to receive Ender letters. It used to be in previous versions of Minecraft that you would just get these letters in your inventory, and so someone could make an Ender letter, put some stuff in it, and then just put your name in, and it would send it directly to your inventory. Now you have to set up an Ender mailbox. I think it's a better system because back in Project Ozone 2, I used to just come back online and my inventory would have 5 Ender letters in it, and they'd spew out and things would get dropped everywhere. It was a bit of a mess, but we've got 2 available letters here from Ingrown Leak, so I'm going to grab those. Let's have a look. What do we have? We've got a Epiolatory Sword, beheads skeletons and scorches them black. Oh my goodness, 999 attack damage. Flipping heck. I'm assuming that this is only obtainable from a loot bag, but I will not turn it down. And then the other one, we have got 16 growth crystals, tier 2 for fast growth. These are actually really nice. They're going to help out quite a lot when we move on into mystical agriculture, which I do have plans to do. We might not get around to doing it in today's stream, but I do have plans to start working on that as soon as possible. So. Now that all that is taken care of, power. You'll notice that the Applied Energistics 2 system is offline. The reason for that is that we've got a bit of a problem with our smelting system over here. So all of the ores are generated from sifting. They're then collected and they're compacted in the compacting drawer. And then the chunks are pulled out through to the sag mill that then smelts them and then puts them back into the storage drawers, the respective storage drawers for that ingot. And the reason we don't have power is because yellorium ingots are not being smelted and put in the big reactor. And the reason that yellorium ingots are not being smelted is because we're making too much iron and we're not processing it fast enough. You'll notice that all 3 of these slots here are filled up with iron dust. And if we come back to the sag mill, this guy, oh, pardon me, is also filled up with iron ore chunks. And so I think what's happening is that we're just getting so much iron and we're not processing the iron fast enough that we're not getting any yellorium. And the even worse part about all of that is that if we look at the storage drawer for iron, I think it's full. I think we have, we've got a void upgrade on the iron, and so we're not even using the iron. Basically, we're just using all of our processing power to void excess iron. It's not the greatest setup in the world, and so one thing that we do have to work on kind of quickly is getting a better smelting system. Now, what I'm going to do for the start of today's episode, is that yellorium? No, I think yellorium is this one. Yes, what I'm going to do for the start of today's episode is I'm going to go ahead and whack this into the alloy smelter real quick, just so we can get some yellorium, just so I can get all of my stuff back online. Once we got it all back online, what I'm thinking, I'm not quite sure, actually, because I was thinking about maybe using more Ender IO, which we could definitely do. We could set up more sag mills, more alloy smelters, maybe have one for each different kind of ore. But I'm also thinking maybe that I might start looking into the mechanism side of things. We do have mechanism ore doubling. We can do ore tripling, quadrupling, and even quintupling of all of our mechanism ores. I'm not going to lie, we are quite far away from being able to quintuple any of our ores. It is quite an involved setup getting it there, but that could be pretty cool, I think. And so, yeah, those are my 2 main ideas right now, but we do need to set up one of those fairly soon. Otherwise, we're going to keep running into the same problem where everything comes online for a little while, but then after some time, everything kind of slows down, shuts down, and stops working and just grinds to a halt, which is not great. So let me, actually for now, I can just dump this into the AE system and it should automatically output it into the big reactor as and when it needs it. Another pretty big problem that we have that's not really a problem is this guy right here, the wireless controller, this wireless connector even, because right now we're gaining 18,000 redstone flux per tick. If I do this and I do this, I think this guy uses multiple thousand redstone flux per tick. Yeah, you'll see now we're down to 6. That's like a loss of 12,000 redstone flux just to wirelessly connect up this thing without using a cable. Now, we could, of course, just run a cable across the air here to get over to this thing. It's like, that's a lot of power. I really like it. I love that it's wireless. It's incredibly powerful, but it requires so much power to run it that I don't actually know if it's worth it. It's not a problem when we got the reactor on, because you'll notice we're still gaining 6,000-ish redstone flux per tick, but that's still so powerful. That's still so powerful. Do we have any more Endermen over here? We don't. All right, in that case, let me go and test out this new epiolatory sword. You, my friend, are out of luck. Is the knockback going to be immense? Oh, not so much, but my goodness, we got 42 golden nuggets from one zombie pigman and then 35 rotten flesh. That's insane. That's insane. And also the damage. Look at that. Jeez. What is this? Do we have like a looting enchantment level is 69? I like it. I'm surprised it doesn't say it at the bottom next to Unbreakable. We got 33 Ender Pearls. We got some Inferium Essence, an Enderman Head, 3 Friender Pearls, another Enderman Skull, and a Nebulous Heart. That is incredible. I love that. Okay. let me dump some of this stuff into the system here. All right. So let me think about this now. I would like to... I got a couple of things. I want to do in today's stream. The first of which is get our smelting under control. We want to be able to smelt all of this stuff quickly enough to where we don't run out of Yellorium. And also, another one of the big reasons why we don't have enough Yellorium is because you'll notice that we're not really sifting all that much in the way of sand and dust, I don't think. Although we're producing a fair bit of dust, but of sand even. But we're not sifting that much in the way of dust. I don't think this is a huge problem, but I think... one thing I would like to get set up is auto-crafting, so we can start auto-crafting the hammers that we can then put into the mechanical user, because right now we've just got a ton of compressed sand waiting to be turned into dust that we can then sift in the sifters above. And so that is a plan that I would like to... There's something I would like to start doing at some point in today's episode. But before we do that, let me see here. I think what I am going to do, just because it's cheap, at least comparative to the mechanism version of this, I think I'm going to go ahead and use alloy smelters and sag mills to smelt all of our ores. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11. We've got 11 of these. And so if we set up 11 alloy smelters and 11 sag mills, they don't all have to have octadic capacitors, at least not just yet. But I'm thinking if we can set up enough of those and then just, instead of using these item ducts from thermal expansion, if we set up some export buses and some import buses, or maybe even some ME interfaces, we can start to move this whole process along and process a lot more ores much more quickly than we are doing right now. So let us see here. To make that work, I'm going to need 20 of these, because we've already got one set up, haven't we? So let me go ahead and craft up 20 of those real quick, which does mean that we need some more iron bars. And so let me quickly grab as many of those as is necessary. Nice. Okay, so I'm thinking for the time being, and actually, yeah, okay, I'm thinking right now, our island is a bit small. We do need to expand out and build a much bigger island fairly shortly, because we don't really have space to put down anything new. But I think for now, I am going to go ahead and put these down like right here in this area that we've got. It's a little free. We don't have much in the way of a floor, but if we quickly change that to number of items, do we have anything in the way of oak wood? That's something else I do need to set up like as soon as possible, is a tree farm. Also, I completely forgot that we had this wireless crafting terminal. I need to get used to using this. Nick and I recently crafted it in Project Ozone 2 Titan mode, and I keep just not using it. I kick myself every time because I go back to the normal crafting terminal when I don't have to. All right, so what we got? 1, 2 on that side, and then 2 on that side. Yeah, okay, cool. It is symmetrical. How wide is this thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that 10? So we're going to have, I think... How do I want to do this? I think it might be easiest. No, okay, yeah, I know what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run sag mills. And by sag mills, I mean alloy smelters along the bottom like here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was horribly placed, but we'll get rid of that one for now. Did that end up? Please come back. Thank you very much. We need 11. But I like the fact that this is symmetrical. But at the same time, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. What we'll do this. We'll do this. We'll do 11. It doesn't look as good as I think it could, but for now it's fine. So did I put down alloy smelter? I did. Okay. So sag mills we have, and then if we put our sag mills on the top, what I'm thinking here is we're gonna have an export bus. Export each individual ore chunk to the top of the sag mills, and then that's going to send all of its stuff down into the alloy smelter. And then from there, I was thinking we could either use import buses or we could use ME interfaces, but I think what might be faster and also probably a lot cheaper is if we use the the item conduits from Ender.io and then transfer with those through to an ME interface. I don't think there's like a hard limit on how fast an ME interface can transfer. Even if there is, I don't think we're going to hit it with 11 alloy smelters and sag mills. And so I think we should be okay. So let me grab at least 16 of those. Do we have an ME interface in here? We do not. That's fine. We can go ahead and craft one of those up real quick here. Hopefully we got the stuff. Of course we don't. That would be far too easy. And so formation core, annihilation core. I do love how much stuff we've got. The benefit of leaving everything kind of running whilst you're away, whilst you're offline, is that when you come back, everything's just ready to go. You've got so much of everything. It's great. All right, let's not vein mine here because I would very much like to keep my entire base. Is there something here? There is. All right, so get rid of all those. In the future, we could probably replace, or at least cover these with some conduit facades. But for now, we'll do this. We'll set all of these to extract, and then that will all get sent around and pumped into one of these ME interfaces, like that, which will then pump everything back into the system. And hopefully, this will just end up being a lot faster than the setup that we have right now, and should mean that hopefully, unless something else goes wrong, we don't end up in a position where we don't have any power, because the big reactor should be constantly fed a good amount of Yellorium. So, let me see here. Export bus. Do we have what it takes to make 11 of these? That does mean we're going to need at least 11 of these formation cores. Thankfully, they're quite easy to make. We are using pure Certus quartz crystals here, when really we should be using these normal Certus quartz crystals. I still don't like the fact that NEI always puts those in the crafting table first, but nevertheless, we are just missing one single piston, like so, and boom. Nice. Let me see here. If you do experience lag, you can build a block that emits a redstone signal when the player is detected online, so you can only have the item run when you are offline. I see. It's not when you're offline. Okay. We'll see how the lag goes. If these are lagging, like these alloy smelters and sag mills, we can always go ahead and move them through to another dimension for the time being, and then just chunk load them there, I guess. But we'll see. Oh gosh. Well, did that get stuck in the roof? All right, that's fine. Do we have any ME cable? We do not. Flipping heck. We've got all the raw materials, but we have nothing at all in the way of actually useful materials. So let me see here. Do I have what it takes to make some of these? Of course we do. Has wireless terminal still goes upstairs? I know, right? I'll get better at it. Trust me. With time, I will get good at using the wireless crafting terminal. But for now, let's do that. We do need to connect it to this, and so I think for now, like doing that is probably fine. And then where is my nearest hidden cable? So we've got, I think, yeah, we've got some over here. I think what I'm going to do is run this under the floor like that. I'm going to try and make it look as good as possible, or at least as good as I can make it. And so if we run that all the way kind of like, I forget. I can't run them through the logs because the logs don't place down correctly. What I can do here is run it under the log real quick, which kind of defeats the whole purpose, but you know what? That's fine. Let's run that along through and then over and connect it here. So, do we have any of the ME cable? We don't. Okay. ME conduit. I can craft it right here in my wireless crafting terminal so long as we have all the stuff, which apparently we just don't have. Are we out of fluix crystals? We are. In that case, we might have to go on a trip to the nether, because I'm not quite sure. Oh no, we do have a little bit in the way of nether quartz, but we could definitely do with a little bit more. And that does remind me that something I do want to set up sooner rather than later is a crushed netherrack sifting system. Because crushed netherrack is used for quite a lot of stuff. Most people don't know this, but the secret ingredient in making this is actually throwing in your thermal expansion wrench. If you throw in your thermal expansion wrench right there at the bottom, just acts as a nice little catalyst, you know, keeps it going, keeps it fresh for longer. Flipping heck. Not at all an accident, don't worry about it. All right, let's throw those in there. We could probably do with a little bit more in the way of glass. Although to get that, we could probably do with a little bit more in the way of sand. Thankfully, we have got stacks and stacks and stacks of compressed sand right about here. And so if we do one of those, let's quickly throw those into, I think, the diamond furnaces will do. Like I said, we don't use these very often, but they are quite nice for just doing little smelting tasks in the background. We'll throw all the rest back in here for now. All right. How do I want to do this? Let's do this. And then, again, it kind of defeats the point because we could run the whole thing under here. And eventually I might put like another layer under here, at which point I might have to tweak this. But for now, I think this works. I'm going to do the same thing right here as well. The problem, by the way, for those who don't know, is just that these oak wood logs are placed down sideways. They're placed down horizontally. And if you use the conduit facades, let me grab that real quick, to try and cover those up, they place them down vertically. You know, they look like this right here. And that's not, it just look odd in the middle of the floor there. And so for now, that's just how it's going to be. That's fine. Let me see here. Conduit facade. Do I have what it takes? I think we should. Well, we've got some. Do we have what it takes to make some more binder? We do. Okay, let's smelt that up. Whilst we're waiting for that to smelt up, we can begin processing these and making them look like planks. What about the quark block, Isaac? What about the quark bark blocks, Isaac? Bark? Excuse me? Do we have quark installed? I don't know if we do. We might not. All right, let's grab you. Let's grab you. Do a quick bit of crafting. We only got 7. Flip an egg. Takes a while, doesn't it? Jeez. All right. And whilst we're waiting for that, that shouldn't take too long, I don't think. Although we don't have any capacity in here. Something we could change fairly soon. And also, you know what? There's no one else on the server. I'm going to sleep real quick because I hate the rain. It's so bad. Let me grab a few more of these here real quick. 5. We can probably make another 7 or 9. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. So it's right in there. I don't think we need that many, actually. I think 5 might be enough for us to cover up this last little bit here. Yeah. And then boom. Then boom. Get rid of this. And we should be good. So all these should come online. Although now that I think about it, Isaac, you're a fool. You need either P2P tunnels or probably some form of dense cable. I'm a fool. He's a fool. Okay, let me make some dense cable. It's gonna look, we spent all that time, and by all that time I meant like the last 30 seconds making trying to make it look nice, trying to hide it in the floor, trying to make it not look terrible. And then the long and short of it is that I'm gonna make it look absolutely horrible with dense cable in just a second. Okay, so this is where Isaac's got to figure out how applied energistics works again, because this doesn't work right. These can carry 32, but these can still only carry 8. And so I guess we're gonna have to do some tinkering here. For now, I'm just gonna not connect these. Like, this doesn't need to be connected because that's connected through the floor. And so if I quickly replace that. Also, one thing I did notice between episodes, which is it not here anymore? There was like a weird yellow color on one side of all of these pillars. It seems to have disappeared. It might only appear at certain times. It was real weird. Okay, so let's do... I think we're going to have to run these right around the back, right? So I'm going to have to run them along here, because that's going to do the same thing we've just done. It's going to allow the first 8 to be connected, but they're not the back 3. And so I'm going to have to run this kind of around the back and then just connect it to all of these here to allow that to run through. All right, that's fine. Oh, look at JEI for cable. Oh. Cable anchor. Excuse me? You'd think I'd never played with this mod before. You would think that I had never played with Applied Energistics 2 before. What does a cable anchor do? Can someone enlighten me? I have never used this item in my life. A cable anchor. Does that split it? Does that work as like a... He's finally found it. Does this work as some kind of like... How? Okay, jetpack's dangerously low on power. It prevents cables from connecting. So do I have to put this down first? Oh, please stop. Oh, did you used to be able to break these with Oh gosh, he's done it now. Did you used to be able to break these with... Why is my jetpack not charging? Can we charge this? There we go, it's full. So, okay, I'm assuming then, in this case, that we can... Oh, these are broken? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So if we do this, get rid of these, get rid of some of the other stuff that was invisible a second ago. Get rid of all this. Okay. Okay, I understand, I think. Let us connect these here, here, and then we're going to put down, again, the other alloy smelter and the other sag mill. So alloy smelter, boom, sag mill, pow. Export bus, boom, boom. So if I do this and this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll do like this. Unfortunately, there's no middle here, because it's an uneven number, but then if we do this, and then we do this, he's done it. And by he's done it, I mean the Twitch chat has done it. They have cracked the code that Isaac couldn't crack because he's a fool. All right, let's do, can we do it here? Oh my goodness. How long have these been a thing? That's why Twitch chat says forever, Isaac, you turkey. They've been in the game so long. How did you not know this? I had no idea these existed. What the heck? It's so easy. And then that connects, and then we can just connect these up here, right? We don't have to bother with this silly setup. And also, I know we've just moved it up, but I'm going to move it down again. So I think it looks better. Yeah, let me make another one of these, another set of these. Flippin' heck, forever? That doesn't surprise me. It seems like a logical thing to have in the mod. Like, it makes it a lot easier to differentiate these systems here. But I just never seen it. I have never seen anything like this before. And so we'll run that down like that. We'll run it down again like that. And then I'm just going to run these along the back like this so you can't see them at the top there. And then just do... I guess we'll just get a normal glass fiber cable and then whack that down like that. And that should connect all of those up, right? Flippin' egg. 1.6 or 1.7? Well, okay, so that still doesn't work. Have I put this in the wrong place? I really thought that would have worked. Although I guess actually it's probably pulling from a line further back, right? That is... fine. In that case, then let's just get rid of you and do the same thing again. Not like that at all. Let's try that again, shall we? In that case, let's get you there. You guys can go here like that. He's done it. Okay. Took a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's perfect. All right, so now that's taken care of, that took way too long. Let us, in that case then, grab one of each of these so we can actually start to whitelist all of this stuff. Also, let me get rid of some of the junk in my inventory that I do not need to be carrying around with me at this point in time, including most of you. We can hold on to that, get rid of that for now. We can come back to those as and when we need them. Let us grab one of each chunk, and I think it's actually going to be easier to grab one of each chunk out of here. So let's do a stack of each. I think it's going to be 2, actually... No, let's just grab one of each. I think there are 11 here. And so I just need to make sure that I do this correctly. We actually get one of each. And I don't mix up like silver or tin and aluminium. Look, they're the same texture. They're exactly the same texture. Lead. You. And then boom. And then gold. I don't think we have. We've got aluminium and nickel. Oh, no, we do have gold. So we've got 9. What am I missing? What am I missing? I think I'm missing iron because the iron's getting taken away too quickly. Could I get an iron, please? There we go. No, took it too fast. I need an iron. Just give me like one iron. It's too quick. Oh, I got it. Okay. So that's 10. What am I missing? I don't need ardite. Gold, osmium, copper, tin, nickel, aluminium or aluminum, lead, silver, platinum, iron. Yellorium? Yellorium. The one that we're doing it all for. Yellorium. Okay. Cool. So now all we got to do is go ahead and whitelist each of these to make sure that each one gets its own ore chunk. Okay, so those are all set up. Those should start exporting all of the required things. They are indeed good stuff. Let me quickly dump all of this stuff back into my inventory. And then let me... I don't think there's a faster way for us to do this other than to set this side to push in every one of these. Like when it comes to the conduits, we can make a conduit wand. I forget the name of it. We can make a conduit probe, so we can copy the settings on every single conduit. Is there a way, chat, for me to do this in a quicker way? Does a conduit probe work in the same way for this, or do I have to go through and make sure that every single one of these is set up in the exact same way to allow it to push down? I mean, to be fair, it's not really that big of an ask. It's just a little bit tedious. They used to be. Is there Ender.io dense? There might be actually conduit. Oh yeah, there is. Dense ME conduits. You can actually run these in the floor as well. Interesting. How expensive are those? Actually so cheap. It would have needed so much less wool, so much less string. Oh, you know. Okay, at some point we will go ahead and hide this again then, because this does look absolutely horrible just running around the base like that. And so we'll hide it either in the roof or in the floor, something like that. All right, get rid of all that. Why am I picking this up? I've got magnet mode on, that's why. Let me turn magnet mode off real quick. Geez. Okay, so all these are, or most of these now, are set to export. Did I set them all up? I did not. Let me finish up here with the last couple of those. And then this one. And then boom. And boom. Okay, so all of those, I believe, are set up now to export. We'll know right away if one of them is not. We don't have to set these to input. And actually, I don't think we have to set these to push either. What we're going to do is just get the conduit probe real quick and then set all the conduits to pull out of the bottom. That should, I think, actively work how we want it to work. Thankfully, we've got 10 conduit probes already in the system. Fantastic. And so, I believe that the way that these work is that if I set that to extract, active without signal, and then I do this. You shift mouse wheel or Y to change modes. Oh, I see. Is this copy-paste mode? In copy-paste mode, shift right-click to copy a conduit. Okay. Copied settings. And then if I just right-click, does that paste? It does. Cool. Okay. Let's go ahead and paste all of those like so. And so hopefully now, once we've connected up all of these with power, and now that I think about it, I probably am going to have to move this or replace it with those dense ME cables from Ender.io so we can fit the power cables in behind here as well. Let me see here. I think everything should be good to go. So I don't think we're going to need more than 6,400 redstone flux per tick here. But for now, let's go ahead and do that. Let's just run these along, shall we? I'm going to get rid of this temporarily, and I'm going to replace these with the dense cables, oh gosh, in a second, once I've got all these hooked up with power. Okay, so we'll run all these. No configuration necessary. I think we should have enough power to run all these, definitely. We might start to run into a bit of an issue if we put octadic capacitors into all of them, but for now, let me see. Do I have what it takes to make a bunch of these dense ME conduits? I can make 3. Okay, I think we definitely have what it takes to make more. We just have to do a little bit in the way of smelting. Not really a problem. Just get some more binder composite, sand, gravel, and clay. I think we are going to have to automate the production of clay at some point, because I don't think we are getting it right now. We're getting sand and gravel, but not much in the way of clay. Okay, so that should, I think, be enough for us to get a bunch of, or at least a couple of these. Let's make sure those are in. 12. All right, perfect. So, let me go and do something like that. It connects up nicely. I love it. And then if we run that all the way over to there, I think that should then connect everything back up. Okay, so all of these are back online. And by back online, I mean online for the first time, which is good. Where is our nearest power line? It is here, I think. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. So again, we can't go past this without having to go under. And so I think what I'm going to do in the interest of me being lazy is just do something like this for the time being. Again, we can always tweak it in the future if we decide to build lower down and we don't want to have to look at all this. But for now, I think everything should come online. The frame rate did dip for a second there, and we might actually be out of power. And by out of power, I mean like not able, we might have to upgrade our conduits, I'm assuming here, because we can input and output up to 25,000. But these are running along the lower end of cable. And so because it's connecting to all of this stuff, I think we're going to have to upgrade the whole line here to the next tier. Although, it is all slowly going up. Slowly but surely. They are all slowly gaining power. And so they must be using less than they make. Right? And so I guess that's fine. Can these not extract from here? Can you not just extract from there? Active without redstone signal, extract. Do I have to set these to push? No. I believe they don't think they have anywhere to go. Oh, I have to change this to insert, right? I'm a fool. A fool. So we should start to see, I think, stuff getting pulled out of all of the sag mills and alloy smelters and getting sent around to where it needs to go. Yeah, all those are empty. Okay, flipping egg. Took a while. Took longer than I thought it would take, but we have it up and running. So now all of our ore chunks are getting compressed and compacted in the compacting drawer, and then are getting sent around using these export buses to the sag mills, processed by the alloy smelters. This guy's not getting a lot. I guess we're just not getting a lot in the way of iron. I guess it's already processed most of our iron, but that's getting sent through. They're all getting smelted. They're getting put back into the system. I like it. Okay, so we shouldn't, again, run into the problem where we run out of power now, because we should be able to keep our uranium supply being sent to the reactor, keep taking out the cyanide there, and keep the whole system running. So, now that that is done, will you also put flint into the sag mill? That is a good question, actually. We do have quite a bit of flint lying around. We've got a lot of drawers kind of all over the place. Like this one is not doing anything with all of its flint. And so I guess it'd take a little bit of effort, but I guess we could fairly easily kind of just pull from here and then have that go into all of these as opposed to just wasting it. It makes them a little bit faster, a little bit more power efficient. You know what? Why not? Why not? It's only a small bit, but I think in the long term, I'm going to thank myself for doing it. So let me see here. Let's go ahead and quickly craft up a bit more in the way of pulsating iron nuggets. And for that, we are going to have to go ahead and I think, yep, ender pearl and iron ingot. We'll take like a few of these because we've got quite a lot of ender pearls at this point. We're not really in danger of running out of those anytime soon. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Oh, Isaac, would you make a turbine for power? We got some wind turbines, wind generators for Mechanism. I'm assuming you're talking about the ones from Mechanism. We do need to do that at some point, because in the quest book here, we do have a quest, I believe, under Generating Revolution. Yeah, we do need to actually set up a turbine at some point. We also need to make some ludicrite at some point as well. I like how here it's called ludicrite, and here it's called ludicrite. I like that. So we do have to do that at some point. Probably not going to do it in today's stream, but it will get done at some point in the future. It's kind of my motto, isn't it? It'll get done. It'll get done eventually. It'll get done one day. All right, so let's make some more of those. For now, yeah, let's go ahead and turn all these into nuggets. We're probably going to need them at some point. And then let's go ahead and make few of those. And then let me see here. So we're going to run these. This is what I love about Ender.io. I love the fact that you can compact all of these into one block. It is fantastic. And then, again, in the interest of trying to make this not look too horrible, which I know is an effort in futility. We're not actually, it's always going to look horrible, but that's fine. We can try and make it look as unhorrible as possible. And so we'll run that down, around, and boom. So here, I would like you... Preferably, do I have to do that with like do I have to change that and then do that? Okay, cool. Extract. I'm not bothered what color. Active without signal. And then over here, we have to go and change every single one of these to insert. And so again, I think that we should be able to shift, right click, copy, and then paste, 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 almost, paste, 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 Pissed, pissed, pissed. Did that work? It did. Do they have flint? They do not. Why? I don't know. Do they need to be insert? Why do you not work? Extract without redstone signal. Oh, is it the color? Do I need to change that to green again? I've never used the colors in Ender.io, but I'm assuming that it only pulls out. Yeah, okay, it only pulls out on the same color. I see. That's actually really cool. I had no idea that was a thing. I know the color system exists, and I know people have used it, but I've never actually used it myself. The fact that you can filter what goes where using the color system is very intuitive. I like that. I like that a lot. Should probably use that more often going forward. But main output 125%. Main output is 120% even. Bonus output 125. Power reduction 15%. I like it. I like it. Uses less power, gets us more stuff. It's just all around good. And we might as well, right? Like I said, this stuff's just being wasted. I don't know if we're going to be actively producing enough to keep all of these filled up with flint. But even if it's just a little bit of flint every so often, that's fine. And eventually, we will probably upgrade these to be a bit faster and maybe even make more of these to get some more sand going. But for now, that is a-okay. Someone in the comment section did say that I should upgrade all of my, or suggested even that I should upgrade all of my meshes to diamond. I think, excuse me, you're in cheat mode. Oh, it might be one of my moderators actually giving them a sapling to start here. But one thing that they did mention is that I should replace these with diamond meshes. I don't know if that's necessarily the best idea, and the reason for that is because the diamond meshes, I think, sometimes get rid of some of the stuff that you want. For example, if we look here at sifting gravel, if we do it with the iron mesh like we're doing now, with the diamond mesh, actually, I guess with the diamond mesh, we just don't get flint, which I think might actually be a positive. 20%, 10%. Yeah, that might be better. Let me have a look. How does that work for sand? Do we get the, is it good for sand? I thought I recalled some of these not being as useful when you upgrade to diamond. Like, I thought you got less stuff in some cases. Like, it was better for some high-end stuff, but then not so good for other stuff. If it's just all around good, then I guess we could probably go ahead and just fully upgrade all of our sifters, right? Yeah, I guess there's no reason not to go for diamond. Redstone 12% goes up to 25%. Yeah, I mean, all right. What do we have? We've got quite a lot, I think, in the way of diamonds. We've got 2,680 diamonds. All right. You can enchant mesh? Really? Also, you can enchant the meshes. Is that true? Diamond mesh. I don't think we have that many levels, to be fair. But if that's true, that's awesome. How many iron stiffened meshes do we have? Not many. Do we have an enchantment table? No. Jeez, we've got so many enchants, though. Look at this. Flipping egg. So, enchantment table. Do we have what it takes? We should, I think, have what it takes here. We definitely have got what it takes to make 2 of those, which means we can, of course, make a book and then use that book to make ourselves our first enchanting table. Let me try this then. So, actually, now that I say that, what can I... Okay, first question, actually. What can I enchant them with? If I can enchant them at all. Let me see. Oh, yeah, you totally can. Huh. Like, can I... If I was to make an anvil real quick, can I use my pre-existing books to enchant this? Does that work? Like, if I whack that in here, and then I get some of the enchantments? Like, what enchantment? Maybe like efficiency? I doubt punching is going to be too useful, or boomerang. Magnetic, looting, sharpness, feather falling, boomerang, looting, sharpness, smite, sieving, efficiency. Huh. How does sieving efficiency work? Efficiency and fortune. So we got sieving efficiency and sieving fortune. I'm assuming sieving fortune gives you more drops. What does sieving efficiency get you? Like, yeah, what does sieving efficiency get you? Enchanted mesh of awesomeness. Let's give it fortune. Cost 7. And then can I enchant that again with this? I can. Okay, so we got one uber powerful diamond mesh here. Let's fully get rid of you and then try and beat the sifter. No, please, I need the... God damn it. I need the... You know what? I'm going to have to turn it off, aren't I? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let me get rid of all the trash here. Let that get sucked up by the sucker. And then let me go and temporarily disable what I've got downstairs. I hope Ender.io comes to 1.12 soon. Yeah. I believe it's on its way. Let us change that to like left click for the time being. I believe it's on its way. They're working on it from what I can see. And so it should be available, I think, for 1.12 fairly soon. Okay, so let's get rid of you. And let's put in a diamond mesh. Does it glow? No. It glows on the floor. I really wish it kind of glowed when it was in here. That'd be cool. I don't know what I'm expecting here. I don't think I'm going to actually, you know, like we're not actively going to see a change. It's just going to work. I guess it's going to be better at sifting. So I guess what I'll do, I'll probably do it between streams. I'll go around and replace all of these with diamond stiffened meshes. Because really it's just a case of me going around, shift clicking them all out, taking them to the crafting terminal, crafting them with diamonds, and putting them all back in. Obviously, as time goes by, we can probably enchant them all slowly but surely. I'm assuming that we will get like low-level enchants just using our enchantment table if we don't have the bookcases around it or the Britannia pylons that give the level boost either. And so we might hold off on that. And I'm assuming it costs like 20, 30 levels to get a level 3 enchant. And so I might just wait until we get the enchantments in the form of these books before I start using them. But one thing I do want to do, efficiency requires less clicks for the sieve. Fortune, more drops. I see. I like the less clicks. That's interesting. Speaking of which, I think we could probably fairly easily here get into... excuse me? You want a taste of this? Get out of here, piece of trash. And so what I think we will do actually here is try and get some speed upgrades into... I want the random slot. Try and get some speed upgrades into our mechanical user because the speed upgrades I don't think are too hard to make. It does require us getting a little bit into grid power and getting a little bit into extra utilities too, but we should be able to go ahead, I think, and make this fairly easily. We need redstone alloy, which means I need some silicon and some redstone. I think we should have multiple thousands of each. Maybe not silicon. No, but we got enough silicon, so that's fine. Let's get rid of you. Let's do like that. And for now, we'll do like 16 or 21. I don't think we need that many. Excuse me? Isaac, what do you think of the Lost Souls mod pack? I haven't really tinkered with it too much. I've played a little bit I've done a bit of testing on it, but I haven't played it really enough to come up with a conclusion on it, but it looks good. I might play more of it. Boo. Did you see the water mills were nerfed? Really? Are they not as good? That doesn't surprise me. It was really easy just to set up like a massive field of water mills and then not have to care at all about grid power. It was like super easy to do so, which was a little ridiculous. What else do I need here? I think I need to get myself to start with is it called a mill? Yeah, well, that's a manual mill. We don't have anything to make the manual mill. All right, in that case then, let me get some redstone torches, craft that up into the redstone gear, and then what else do we need? We need some polished stone. Easy enough. You say that, Isaac, but you don't have what it takes to make the polished stone. Do we have normal stone? We do. Okay, so boom, boom, and boom. Okay, I don't think we're going to need 64 polished stone just yet, but again, that is fine. Let's make another one of these guys. Craft that all together. Manual mill. All right, so this is like the worst part for sure, but we can go ahead, throw this down like right here for now. Also, I'm going to move this. We don't need this right now. I'll put that somewhere else in the future. Also, let's try not to break our floor. Is there like a mod that I can use to protect my floor? I'm kind of thinking like Thaumcraft style warding so that I can like not accidentally break it. I want my stuff to just be sealed. Also, speaking of Thaumcraft, it's now out in like beta or alpha, isn't it, for 1.10, which I am very excited for Big fan of Thaumcraft. Glad to see it ported to the latest versions of Minecraft. So I think here, if I'm not mistaken, if we put a golden pressure plate into here, I think that is going to get us what we're after. Protection wand? Does that exist? Also, I love that you can do this, by the way. You can keep doing it whilst you're searching things in JEI. That's awesome. Yes, that gets us the upgrade base, which we can then use for the speed upgrades. Now, in order to actually get the speed upgrades to work, you do need a constant supply of grid power now. And so you'll see power penalty is +1 GP. And that power penalty does get higher and higher the more you go. GamingOnCaffeine won't realize his mistake. What have I done? What have I done? Oh, is it the gravel? Are we on about this? Is it only going to sift in this middle section now because I haven't replaced the rest with diamonds? That's fine. Like I said, at some point between episodes, I will go ahead and replace all of the meshes with diamond meshes so that they're all ready to go and working together. For now, it's going to be slow, but we've got more than enough of everything to get us through the remainder of today's stream. So we are going to have to get a good source of grid power. Is it called just GP? Yeah. Up and running. So I think... I don't know, the solar panels are pretty easy to make. Just polished stone. They do require the resonating redstone crystal, which is a little expensive. I'm assuming, actually, that all of them do. Yeah. That's going to be the hardest part. Although, to be fair, we do have all of this skystone dust. And I'm assuming that we can ever so slightly abuse the pre-existing glitch. I see face palms in Twitch chat, and I don't like it. What have I done? If we do this and this, yeah, I'm assuming we can just, yeah, we can cheese the system a little bit and get quite a lot in the way of silicon to make a bunch of these redstone alloys. And so getting a bunch of like solar panels, for example, I don't think is going to be too hard for us to do. All right, so let's grab a bunch of you. Let that keep doing its thing. Do we have enough of those ender shards in order to make this happen? We don't. We got one. I think we should be able to make more of those fairly quickly. Did they change this recipe as well, by the way? I swear it used to be 4 of these in the thing. My brain keeps on telling me the recipe looks like that, when really it looks like this. I'm after ender shard. I would like you, which means you. Again, I'll make a few of these, because why not? Boom. And then redstone. Kapow. And boom. All right. How many more of these do we have? 19. Might as well wait for 20 so we can get a nice round number going here. Make another 4 of those. Nice. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's have a look here. GP. What is the best option here, chat? Do I want to go... So the water mill can give up to 4 GP. The lava mill can give up to 4 GP. The solar panels obviously only work during the day and can give 1 GP. Which means I think that our speed upgrades would only work during the day. Fire mill operates when placed over fire. Seems like it could be pretty easy. We could make like 50-50 solar panels and lunar panels. A water mill array? That might not be a bad idea, actually. What do we do for this? We just need some stone burnt, which is polished stone in the doohickey. So let me quickly I'll quickly polish up some of this whilst I'm thinking about and reading chat on what we can do here. You will get 16 GP per water mill. Really? That's pretty good. If that's the case, that might work quite nicely. Water mill is best? Okay. A cheese mill is good for grid power? So I've never used grid power, like, enough. So if I do this, and I put my, whatchamacallit, in the middle, water mill, like that, how much does that produce? That's generating 14. Power not generated. Is it like this? 16. He's done it. Would you look at that? Flipping heck. Mr. Ninja had no faith in me. The chat didn't think I could do it. But you know what? I've played Minecraft once or twice before. Turns out I know what I'm doing. Flowing water on each side. Okay. Yeah, because now that the still water, or the main water sources, I guess, like here and here, and so there's flowing water on all 4 sides of the water mill. Nice. Okay. Cool. I like that. So we are going to have to do... we need a lot more stone burnt here to get this going. Once we've got that, how many of these can we make? We've got 8 of these. And so we can probably make like 10 of these water mills, which would give us like 160 grid power, which I think for now would be more than enough for all of our mechanical users. Maybe. I guess we can find out. What do I need for speed upgrades? I need a block of redstone and some gold. Thankfully, we have got redstone for days, and so making a stack of redstone blocks is not a problem. And then we can go ahead and make, for now, 3 of those. How much do we have in the way of oak logs? We don't have all that much. How much do we have in the way of planks? Not that much either. Because I'm thinking here, what I am probably going to do is something like this. If we get our wand out, and by wand, I mean the one we don't have. Wand. Let's make a diamond wand. We've got enough diamonds, right? Boom. Don't need the conduit probe right now. And so I'm thinking that if we do something like this, and then run that along all the way to the end, like so, what we can probably get away with doing here is putting our water mills down like that. This back end here is going to be filled up with oak wood. Actually, we might have enough to do this already. I guess I was overestimating just how much wood we needed for all of that. But eventually I'll put like another pillar here. Actually, there's no floor here. I might extend out the roof and then put another pillar here. But for now, if we do that, I'm one log short. Of course I am. I'm one freaking log short. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. Try that again, shall we? Boom. And so the water mills are going to go down along like that. Do I? Can I squeeze these in a little bit better? Because what I'm thinking about right now is, originally I was going to have like a divide like that. Also, let's eat real quick. Do I have to separate these, or can I put them down just kind of as they work? Can I like have one water here, and then just put another one next to it and have that work? Or do I need to keep separating every single one with like that kind of divide there? So I'm assuming that if I get rid of these and I try and put one here, that might produce enough power, actually. Let me see here. If I do this, no, that's going to solidify that, which I don't want that to do. Now we're down to 10. Oh no, that is up to 16. Just need flowing. Yeah, okay, so I think that could work. 16, 16. I'm assuming we can run that all the way down here. All right, let me go see how this guy is doing. Now that we've got more grid power, I assume I can put this in. Yeah, because now we're producing what? 32 grid power? And so can I put another speed upgrade in and still have that work? Excuse me. Go away. If I put in a second one, goes up to 24, it does still work. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I like it. Okay. Water mill. Let us get another one of you. Definitely going to need to get some more torches. That's fine. Let's go ahead and craft up quite a bunch of those. Get a bunch of gears going. Apparently we're out of wood. Is it wood? Get a bunch of those going. And then boom. Boom. Really? Oh no, I need to put my stone burn in. Boom. And boom. Okay. Cool. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. So if I do that, and I need one more. Look at that. Boom. He's done it. So I think, guys, we might actually be about to make some freaking progress. So you're at 14. I think you just need water flowing here, because that's diagonally across from that one there. Yeah, okay, so I see. So we're going to zigzag the water here. I see. So because we put that one here, we need one here to bring that up to 16. And then the next one needs to go down here and then one here. Yeah, okay. He's done it. Let's not do that. So there. And then the very last one can go right about there. Nice. And so now all of these are producing a nice 16 grid power. Effective power 14, 11% efficiency loss. Why do I have don't forget to put light up? Is it that, are they losing efficiency because they don't have light? Also, geez, yeah, I got rid of a torch over there. We're gonna get mobs spawning all over the place if I don't put down some more torches here real quick. Do they need light to function? Is that what's stopping them? No, it can't be, right? Are they too close? Is that what's causing them to have the efficiency loss? Efficiency loss, that's new. Is it because they're too close to one another? Too many water mills? Is it actually too many water mills? That's the nerf? Oh. Is the nerf that you have, if you have more of them, they lose efficiency based on how many you have? Or what's the... It's built in to make it harder to get to higher GP powers. Okay. So, would this happen even if I didn't put them so close together? It's just the more of these you have. I'm guessing it's trying to incentivize you to, like, diversify to get a bunch of different GP sources, I would assume. Maybe? Anyway, let me get rid of this. There we go. Don't need that anymore. This is done. Good stuff. Let us get some more golden pressure plates. Whack all those in there. Can put another speed upgrade in now. And then hopefully now we can just make these faster and faster as time goes on, because the more of these we make, we can actually go and quickly craft these up into even more speed upgrades that we might be able to put in there. It does get more expensive the more you add. Like the more speed upgrades, the higher the price. Although 40 is not bad. Can we get it even higher? Did I not put those in? I've still got more speed upgrades. Oh, did I just take the speed upgrades out? Oh, no, I didn't. Can I not go higher than 4? Oh, 4's the max. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That is A-okay. All right, so let's make a few. Oh, they stack in 4s. So can you not put more than 4 in a machine now? You can only do 4 with the basic and then 16 in the next tier. Oh, I had no idea they had tiers. So you got normal, magical, and ultimate. Magical require magical apples, which is apple and magical wood. I see. That makes a lot more sense. It was a little bit enchanter. Ah, that makes a lot of sense. It was, I think, a little bit too easy to go crazy with this in the past. And so I think that makes sense. So we'll do that. That is set to right click, correct? I think it's just backed up because of the fact that it's only using 1 slot. Look at that. Look at the speed on that thing. That thing does have efficiency, though. Do bear that in mind. This guy is currently offline because we need to do some auto crafting with the hammers to get this actually back up and running. And we'll do that probably in the next stream. Do we have what it takes for you? Boom. Oh, look at that. That one's going nice and fast as well. I like it. I like it. So now we do need to start working on probably making like these faster and these faster so they can keep up with just how fast the sieves are going. Also, like I say, next time we'll come back, we will upgrade this setup over here, start working on some applied energistics auto crafting so we can start to auto craft the hammers, send them over to the mechanical user as and when they are needed so that we can then go and keep the dust production up and running. How are we doing in terms of Yellorium? We're doing well. 2,169 Yellorium. And so hopefully, when we come back on the next stream, we won't actually have a bunch of nothingness in our AE system. We'll hopefully have power. Everything should still be on. Let me quickly check here, because I think we did do at least 1 or 2 quests in the quest book without noticing. We did. We made the diamond mesh. I will go ahead and claim that loot chest. Did we... I'm sure we did another one, right? We did one for the resonating ingot, I think. Yep, we got you. Let's claim that. I think that might be it. There actually aren't that many quests involved here. I do need to do a Britannia stream at some point to really get into that. But we are progressing through this quite nicely. Let us see. Do I get anything good? A superheating element from a mod. The mod is Mechanism. Okay. And then also a spider charm to add to our charm collection that we should probably be carrying around with us. Because especially the Enderman one, we've got so many Endermans around the base. It doesn't hurt us to carry the Enderman charm with us. But that's fine. We'll dump all that in there. Don't need a lot of this stuff, so I can get rid of some of this for now. And then just pull it out as and when I need it. Especially now that we've got the wireless access terminal that I keep forgetting to use. I think there was a belt for those charms. Oh, really? Ew. Look at that. Zombie fragment. Can you use any of these? Hold on. Hold on. Let's go for like an easy one. Zombie. I don't have enough zombie hearts. Can you make these? No, you have to get them from dropping from the zombies. So I guess... oh no, we've got a lot of bone fragments. We'd have leather. Oh, that's another thing we need to do at some point. I guess we could... You know what? Yeah, okay, sure. You know, you've convinced me. I'm going to stay just a little bit longer because I want to get this. I'm going to forget about it otherwise. Oak wood. craft up some slabs. Use the slabs. Get ourselves some drying racks. It's only 20 seconds, right? We only need 3 pieces of leather. And so, rotten flesh, let's take 1, 2, 3. For now, let's just dry these like here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Does that work? I'm not going to get like monster jerky. No, yeah, rotten flesh. Okay. Let's give those a second. Okay, boom. And then if we do boom, can I hold my charms in here? So how does this... 2 gas charms. How does this work? Can you only put... Ew, so there's a gas charm. Can I put all of my charms in? If I can, that's awesome. So I'm going to take out a few here. Spider. Blaze. Let's go with Enderman because we know we need Enderman. Enderman? Enderman. Oh, look at this. I like it. Okay, so can I put all of these in? That is incredible. So we got Ghast, we got Spider. We'll take Cave Spider, why not? We'll take... Did we get Slime? I don't know. I'll take another Slime just in case. Guardian, never going to fight it probably, but we'll take one anyway. Blaze we've got, I think. Skeleton. Wither. Skeleton. Zombie. Cave Spider. Witch and Zombie. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they just cannot... Oh, that is incredibly powerful. And it's so cheap as well. My goodness. That is actually madness. Flipping heck. Well, in that case, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end today's Project Ozone Lite stream there.